Greetings, gentle viewers, we're the Bittersweet Gamers!
We remembered! We did it right out of the gate! We're not gonna forget this time! Because that's a really important attribute of what we do, isn't it?
I'm We Squared. You were supposed to say I'm the opinionator. You missed your cue.
I'm so terrible at this! Red Eagle is crushed after Black Falcon's shocking betrayal! However, he's not the only traitor! Revive and fight, Phoenix Rangers!
You got really into that.
So, you again, Hawk.
Subtlety!
How fascinating, huh? I really do want to watch this show, though.
I'm really interested in the Phoenix Rangers also.
It kind of makes me want to... I haven't watched a Sentai series in a while. It kind of makes me want to sit down and watch one or two.
The time has finally come. No matter what happens, we have to change her heart.
You okay? You have been really quiet about, like, about this whole time. Yeah, isn't that interesting? How she's just
trying to keep herself professionally distant, I suppose.
That's a really good way to put it.
She doesn't let her feelings impugn upon the situation.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll be counting on you. We may all have our own unique way of doing things, but we should just proceed forward as usual.
As usual?
I'm mostly telling myself that.
Yeah, hang in there. You can do it, and you'll probably be in the party for most of the palace.
I'm honestly not sure I'll be able to remain calm this time.
I hope you spaz the heck out once we get somewhere.
That's why I asked that you lend me your help.
Hey!
You know,
well,
since the target is Sai, do you think maybe Makoto could potentially... This is just a theory I'm pulling out my butt.
Well, put it back! Ew! Gross!
You think she could potentially be the traitor? Like, maybe she's concerned? Like, maybe she has a moment of panic when we get close to Sai and thinks that maybe if we don't actually do anything, that Sai will be safe from the assassin.
I mean, we certainly did get that black...
I just want to kind of cover...
Black Hawk or Falcon or whatever.
I just want to kind of cover all our bases, you know?
So basically what you want to do is go through and suspect every character as the traitor?
Maybe not every character, but...
No, there is something...
But because of the personal connection...
There is something to that. I don't think so.
Me either. I
mean, again, I'm pretty sure that we have already gotten incontrovertible evidence... that your theory of
You're right,
being
it's
caught on
Ryuji.
purpose
No, I'm just kidding.
was correct.
Yeah.
Also, it would be interesting if that's what you use to get caught on purpose, though, is Makoto.
Maybe. Once again, I don't believe it either, but I just wanted to throw
Well, don't get too worked up about this, alright? But take as much time as you need to get ready. Anything goes as long as it helps out our mission.
We've done this like 8 times already now.
You have our trust. You're our leader, after all. And the only reason I'm saying this stuff right before mission start is to indicate that you're not going to do something as usual. You're going to do something strange, but we trust you. Foreshadowing of the event. I like how you really did seize upon it randomly and then you never let it go.
In the first episode! Okay. In the first episode I clung to that idea.
Really?
It was even the first or second.
Wow.
That's when I said it, wasn't it?
Do you think I can remember? That was a long time ago. That's why I want to get this series done. We've been doing it for 8 months.
I know.
Thank you, guys. There have been a bunch of you who've been around for quite some time,
we really appreciate it.
You have really changed our lives.
Okay with this?
Oh my god!
The more I look at the mouths and all the arms, the more terrified I become.
I feel like I've gained 2 points of insight looking at it.
Billy's been playing Bloodborne lately.
Where's my whirligig saw? This thing needs to die! Man, if they just needed a handyman, they could have just called someone.
I don't think anybody uses these as a handyman. You know, you would never be able to win a sword fight or, like, a boxing match or something against somebody who has so many arms.
That's correct.
100 or otherwise, there is no way you could ever do it. Depending on how many of them they could control, or if they would be, like, automatic control. But we probably don't need to worry about, like, the scientific nature.
Well, you know, octopi have little nerve ganglia at the ends of at the base of their tentacles, so they kind of controlled automatically.
Yeah, can you imagine something like this, just with its hands, like, kind of moving around?
You mean like this?
Some of them making, like, obscene gestures, and others, like, reaching for, like, a Diet Coke and, like, pouring it down one of the extra hand mounds.
Man, all I can think of is ultimate rock, paper, scissors. I always win!
I have one more extremely important question. Charge and concentration spell cards. Where do we get them? We must know.
That'd be really useful.
Team.
I see you have brought us the Hecatoncuries with Masakunda.
See?
You managed to do all 3 assignments, and you didn't once try to give up. What do I mean 3 assignments? You've completed 7 now.
Yeah, but they said that it was going to be 3 till we get the next reward.
Not bad, commentator!
Too easy.
Not many tasks left. We might be getting close to finding out the hidden goal behind that list. I'm still not really sure how just finishing the list actually tells us what the goal is, but they don't pay me to think. You know, thanks to you, I'm actually starting to look forward to seeing what happens.
Your attitude has shifted quite considerably, Caroline. I see now that the harsh mask you wear during the fusion ritual is nothing more than a facade.
What?
Perhaps in your heart, you have longed for the days the inmate would come to fuse the specified personas.
That's not true! And what about you, Justine? You've been real talkative lately. You've completely dropped that whole quiet, calm girl shtick.
I suppose you are correct.
I've never heard you laugh before, Justine.
We have both clearly changed quite a bit recently. Perhaps my hypothesis is true after all.
Yes.
We have thought that if we were to complete the list, we would bring to light the intent of its creator. We have overseen the inmate, all the while considering the changes that have begun to appear within him. However, can it truly be said that the inmate is the only one who has changed?
I'm not gonna lie, all I've done is gain experience levels. But every time these happen, I just sit back and watch you. I'm not doing nothing.
The completion of these tasks has also had a great impact on both my consciousness and my memories.
No way. Are you trying to say the list isn't supposed to change the inmate, but us instead? Why memories?
I have no proof of that. However, if this list represented the will of our master, why has it fallen into our hands and not his? I'm far too lazy.
This has got to be some kind of joke. You're telling me somebody made it so they could change us?
Didn't we kind of theorize that maybe it was obviously like Margaret trying to get them to sort of
not
mature?
necessarily Margaret, but just that the whole point of this was to make them mature.
Yeah.
And grow up. I mean, here they're children, whereas the others, Margaret and Elizabeth, were, more wise.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
I like how we can't really, we're just like, just give me my reward.
You guys alright? That's sort of what I was saying before. Dots. You shut up. Oh, what's happening? I can hear a voice in my head.
What?
I recognize this voice. Am I about to awaken a persona?
Caroline?
What seems to be the matter? You are acting quite abnormally. Does something trouble you?
Our apologies, Master.
Is the inmate proving to be too horrible a subject for you? No, the fault does not lie with him. If you must reprimand anyone, then let it be us.
Caroline.
I see. Very well. continue onward with his rehabilitation.
Our deepest apologies for that brief loss of composure. Now then, as you have completed 3 tasks, let us bestow upon you the next reward. We shall grant you permission to use this special isolation cell.
Isolation? You use it just like a normal lockdown cell, but it's a heck of a lot stronger. How's it stronger exactly? Because the persona you pop in there will learn a stronger resistance skill. Like you have room for a resistance skill. Come on.
We expect that you will put its services to good use.
Are you kidding? I need every persona to have like 10 abilities and I only get 8. Huh. So I guess we've changed, huh? That much is clear. Strength. The 11th Arcana, which near evenly splits the major 22. Hey, that's why there's 2 of us. 1 for each 11.
I suppose.
The awakening of the unknown. A solitary woman calmly coming to face a lion.
Caroline, let us assign the inmate his next task before we discuss this matter any further. If this list is meant to change us, that change must surely be important.
Fine. Alright, inmate, it's time to get your new task. Oh, and your next reward is going to be incredible, so you've got to do 2 tasks before you max this out and get it.
Wow.
Accordingly, these next 2 shall be the most difficult you have faced to this point.
None of them have been hard at all.
Shh. On the first assignment before your next reward, try to harbor a bugs with Samarikarm within you.
Okay, Bugs is like level 49, I think? So we're only a couple levels away from that.
Excellent, excellent.
We'll be waiting for you. Oh, I know you won't give up just because it's hard. You hadn't stopped so far. Not only that, but we kind of need you to if we want to ever have any closure. Nothing happens in our life without you being the catalyst. Go do it! Our plan, incidentally, is to rush the palace as soon as possible, but we are going to make sure to get Haru started.
Finally!
And at least get her baton pass.
Yes!
We may be able to make it with the Confidants. I don't know when the last day is or anything, but I'm assuming it's around Christmas or like a little before. We don't know the time that's available, but we might be able to do it. We're really close. Really, what we should have done earlier in the game, we should have spent more time with daytime Confidants and done some stat building at night.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Live and learn. This is so funny. That now it's no longer the hideout, but now it's all cleaned up and she's using it.
Kind of nostalgic thinking about it like that.
A little bit.
Let's freaking hang out, my god! Yes, this is part of my grand infiltration strategy! The strategy where you get baton pass!
And I get boosts when I fuse persona of your Arcana. What?
Well, you make it sound like it's really important. I suppose relaxation is pretty vital at times like these.
Hey.
In that case, I'd like to use this opportunity to bring my most recent harvest to Sakura-san.
Hey.
I'd like to stop by LeBlanc today. Could you join me?
I'm so glad.
I live there, of course.
Hello, Sakura-san. I'm sorry for asking this of you.
It's all good. Not like I have customers to deal with.
Boy, I wish I could run a business the way he does. You don't ever have to do anything.
Well, who knows?
So, this is what you grew?
Who knows how much of a stipend he's getting from the government?
He didn't retire. Why would he be getting a pension?
I suppose
And he
that's
doesn't have
fair,
a government
yeah.
job, so he's not getting a stipend.
Maybe that... Oh, well, pardon me for not knowing the proper nomenclature.
Your parlance is pathetic, plebe! Bow!
Pow, yeah.
Yes. I'd like an honest opinion from a culinary professional.
Yes, talk about food more. This is good.
Let me see.
He's more of a culinary professional.
To be honest, both the taste and appearance are the opposite of what I'd call market grade.
Well, that makes sense. You can't exactly expect to sell most veggies grown as a hobby, but, I mean, usually they taste pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Like, being super fresh actually makes the taste a lot better. This is really apparent with stuff like radishes, but I digress.
I see.
But it's impressive you managed to grow anything at all up on a rooftop of all places.
I'm honored to hear you say that.
It's closer to the sun. That means it takes more energy, right?
Sure.
You know, I can't say it tasted good, but it was actually somewhat refreshing. Kind of like how you feel good after taking bitter medicine.
Okay.
I'm not so sure I really follow how all this is going.
I first came across the plant in my house.
What, like a squash?
It's possible that it's an experimental breed created for use at Okumura.
Oh god!
That actually makes sense, I suppose.
Thank you very much for the input, Sakura-san. I'll take note of that.
If she ran off with an experimental plant, I mean, I guess it's not that bad.
Haru's vegetables have a bitterness to them, which tastes delicious, if you ask me, but
I'm more of a sweet tooth.
everybody disagrees with me. Again, bitter,
Sweet, yeah.
but also exude a strong energy.
He's right. That was the same thought I had.
They sound delicious to me.
Of course they do.
I think I understand what Sakura-san meant when he said they were refreshing.
Is she going to make us food items to use in battle?
Cool! The sunlight-marinated vegetables seem to give me great energy. They may indeed prove useful during palace forays.
I agree.
See, we can make coffee and curry for SP recovery items. Now here's the HP recovery items.
Huh!
I'm so happy. I didn't expect this hobby of mine to provide value to the Phantom Thieves.
This is really not how I was expecting the first Confidant with her to go. But the first event with the party members is generally kind of off in some ways, I guess. More practical.
This is actually the only thing I can honestly say I'm good at.
Oh, don't beat yourself up like that. Sounds like a lot of hard work.
Thank you for worrying about me, but I find the work relaxing.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you could help me out again sometime? Like you did today?
That's the plan. About, 9 more times I'm expecting.
It's a deal. We're like real Phantom Thieves.
Haru.
Yeah, do you want my megaphone?
We are real Phantom Thieves.
I suppose you're right.
Okay, I'll do my best from now on.
Besides, there's nobody here, and
Yeah.
Sojiro knows, so... Hooray!
What? You mean the daughter of Okuma? I'm not surprised at this point. Why are you telling me?
Of course the daughter of Okumura is one of the thieves. Everybody else is. That's how you operate. It's amazing we never found you out up until now with how much of an obvious trail you're leaving.
Into a certain conglomerate. There's the possibility you even infiltrated their company building. Perhaps some sort of connection?
A little late to be making this accusation.
Tell me about this person.
Yeah. You can't start this event until all the discussions between them in the interrogation about Okumura have... whatever.
I am thou. Thou art I.
I am thou, thou art late. If you don't count the fact that we still don't get a benefit from judgment yet, then this is really the last one.
Yeah.
Still, he was right. The taste leaves much to be desired.
In the metaverse, stuff tastes like how you want it to.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know.
That sounds good to me. Actually, a whole bunch of fresh vegetables sounds really good. All right, how many until Baton Pass? One more?
I'm hoping.
We gotta hurry.
Yo, Akechi! What is it? You got any ideas who the true culprit might be? Oh yeah, you said you saw a masked guy, right?
I wanted to ask about that too. Again, it's amazing this hasn't come up before now.
Did you really see him? That masked guy's gotta be the true culprit, right? If this so-called true culprit is acting alone, then there can be no mistake about it. I see.
The next question is, who is that masked man?
Unfortunately, I do not know that much.
The Lone Ranger. I think I was making a joke, but nobody got it. Nobody ever gets my jokes. Sometimes I hate myself.
You're useless. That is quite harsh. Aw, you're making me blush. That wasn't a... Yes, exactly.
That wasn't a compliment.
At this point, I have yet to even grasp any clues. But once this is dealt with, I will surely capture him. I promise you that. You can trust me 100%.
I really don't believe any of this, but we'll be counting on you. Again, I hope you're telling the truth.
Perfect. Leave it to me. It may sound somewhat odd for me to say this, but I am an exceptional detective. I assure you I will catch this culprit. Look forward to it.
He doesn't have any clues, but he's confident enough to say he can definitely catch the guy, possibly because he is him. No wonder he's a star detective. Even the way he talks about these things is different from us.
Like we walk up to him and he like handcuffs himself and he's like, ah, I've got him.
That may be slightly obvious, but you know. All right, kid. This time around, I got a big favor to ask you. Can you tell me where you have gotten all the money that you have spent in my shop over the last 6 months? Because I have added it up. And I have added up how much I have paid you for the weird crap that you were selling me that I'm not asking questions about. What the hell, kid? You got some serious dosh. Like, really, can I get in on this action? Or, I want to settle things with Tsuda. Will you come with me as a witness?
I feel like the other thing is a more pertinent question to ask.
I'll do my best to protect you, but I can't guarantee your safety. For some reason, though, I kind of get the feeling you might be able to kick my ass. But you can say no. Ah, no!
No!
Lionhearted, huh? Okay, no problem. Time to go eat meat.
Curses!
We seriously have more than enough time to get all the nighttime stuff done.
I know, this was so disappointing.
So again, Chihiya's level 10 ability is kind of useless.
Yeah.
Because the only people I really want to see what their abilities are Akechi and Sae.
And they're not on the list, yeah.
You can't put, but they're not available. Oh, just what I want, 10 more burgers.
Hi.
You have me wash the weirdest things.
Good morning.
Yes?
My sister is serious. Her determination to win this fight is reflected in that casino.
What? I mean, I believe you, but how does a casino reflect your determination to win? I mean, because it doesn't matter how much...
stakes?
I think that gambling, well, no, success at gambling does require determination, but that's just not normally the first thing you think of. Normally, trying to apply determination to gambling is how the house wins.
Yeah. She won't be easy to beat. I know that better than anyone.
I agree with that.
I want to understand our situation as soon as possible. Let's go to the palace today.
I'm kind of thinking no, but it might happen. I really just want to get maybe a few more days first. Just a few.
Couple more. It's
Just
okay.
a few. Just a few. Calm down. We got plenty of time for this.
Oh.
Sorry, perhaps I am getting a bit too high-strung.
I'm impressed with how high-strung you aren't getting.
Yeah, but I can't bear seeing my sister like this. We'll stop her no matter what. If you're going by any chance, let me know. I'll make sure I'm ready at a moment's notice.
So, veggies. I would love to eat homemade gardened veggies. That sounded ridiculous, though. So it takes a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fast-growing vegetables, honestly.
Shh.
Okay, well, we're totally gonna hang out, but first, veggies.
Yes. Show me what...
Jesus, that's amazing.
Oh my god! I thought it was I thought it was going to be like HP recovery items.
These are pretty awesome. Let's do the carrot.
Dip the moonlight carrot in the master coffee.
So, well, the moonlight carrot's already enough that you don't need
I
the
suppose
coffee.
so, yeah.
Besides, carrot dipping in coffee, that'd be no good. About the carrot, though, why was Okumura Foods producing such an amazing yet apparently bad tasting carrot?
Well, I mean, food items you get from, like, other places restore, like, SP and HP. I think maybe looking at it like that is a little...
Man, 5 days and it grows such a powerful carrot.
But how many are we getting?
My.
And the amazing thing about that carrot
Uh-huh.
is that it grows in 5 days. Who cares about the SP? Are you kidding me? You can grow a carrot in 5 days? Why doesn't Okuma... All Haru needs to do is attempt to use the gardening powers of Okumura Foods. The scandal's going to ruin the company. It's probably going to make Big Bang Burger take a big hit, kind of like Jack in the Box in the US. It like kind of destroyed it for 20 years before it really made a comeback. But what she needs to do is change the world with her fast-growing carrots. Let's hang out. So that's how it works.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. It's like we started it just fine.
Wow, Jiro-kun, you're quite skilled.
Damn well better be as much time and effort we put into it.
The soil here would be so healthy if you were here more often. Honestly, I'm surprised that my gardening can be of use to our work as the Phantom Thieves. Who would have known that a plant that grows to har fruition in 5 days would be so useful an ability to possess?
Haru, I've followed a politician who's helped me talk to shadows. You can never be sure what's going to be helpful in the metaverse.
That is a really good point. This started as just a hobby, so it's amazing to see it transform into a more practical skill. Beyond this, I've actually begun raising plants of my own at home. What do they do?
Defend the perimeter.
Coffee beans.
Oh God.
Are you starting a farm? I mean, I want to go coffee, but... I mean, both nice to have hobbies.
Yeah.
And her hobbies are pretty large scale. Like biologically revolutionizing the world. Crack the world's shell. You're so funny, Jiro-kun. You don't actually need a farm for coffee beans. You can grow them in a garden just like normal vegetables. Though, the plot I'm using at my father's villa is large enough to turn into a farm if I so desire.
Good lord.
Anyway, I recently discovered the joy in the taste and aroma of coffee.
This is becoming Coffee Soda 5.
This game is food porn! There's just all this description of food from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. All kinds of food and coffee. I actually really want to go have a cup of coffee now. I used to think it was purely bitter, but now I understand the depth of its flavor. To tell you the truth, I wasn't even able to drink it before. But then I developed good taste. Oh, pardon me. I was just thinking back on the past.
Is that what this Confidant event's going to go into? Coffee?
Can I share with you again?
You can tell me anything.
As I mentioned before, I cannot bring myself to trust any of the employees at Okumura Foods.
None of them like coffee.
No, I'm sure they all have coffee flowing through their blood if they're white-collar office guys. In all seriousness, though, she shouldn't. The corporate culture is garbage thanks to what her dad was doing. Maybe it wasn't like that before, but the only way to survive and thrive
is to do what everyone else does.
Yeah. For as long as I can remember, the company has been run by my father. Being liked by him was always very important. Some employees would even come to ingratiate themselves to me. But since his passing, things have gotten unruly.
Probably become a disgusting grab for power.
Most evidently, people have started trying to use my influence as majority shareholder to oust other employees. Yeah, you were exactly right. They say they come to me out of respect, but I know they really just want to use me. I've heard so many rumors. The worst ones are about Takakura-san, the new president. They say he was thrilled to hear my father passed. I wonder if that was the executive director that we fought.
Got the pink slip.
There may be truth to that, though. He's been with the company for years, but has only started being nice to me recently. He even offered to assist me with asset management. I fear he has an ulterior motive, though.
He sounds completely trustworthy.
Yes, he does! Yes, I can't help but wonder about him. He even went as far as to recommend I sell my shares the other day. He said I could make a fortune.
Of course, then you lose your power.
But I realized that if I did so, he would be able to strike the Okumura name completely. That is interesting. That it's not a bad deal either way. It's her decision to decide how much that matters.
But he's only doing that so that he can take the company for himself.
Oh yes, of course. To be fair, selling them now is a really good time to sell.
Yeah.
Because it's going to go down before it goes up. Mm-hmm. Takakura-san must be scheming to take the company for himself. At least it's possible.
Well, I don't think firing him is going to actually solve anything.
It is complex. The thing is if she actually doesn't want anything to do with that environment, then she should sell.
That's true.
If she wants to stay there for her family, for herself, for her father,
yeah.
If she wants to do that, then she shouldn't sell.
Exactly.
But nobody.
Part of me is saying that she wants to stay there for her family.
Yeah, she needs to determine that. Mm. And both of them are extremely valid. That's
probably going to be the thrust of this Confidant chain.
Yeah, definitely. And that actually is going to be kind of interesting. Indeed, it is complex. None of the advice I've gotten so far has been helpful either. Everyone only speaks out of their own self-interest.
Well, as a high school student, let me give you my opinion.
Yes.
Thank you for today, though. I feel a little better after talking about this with someone who doesn't want to use and abuse me. Oh, and don't worry. I'll make sure I keep myself motivated, even through these difficult times. Having a grenade launcher called Town Burner is very good for stress relief. It really is! She's equipped with a Town Burner SP! Town Burner! I want a grenade launcher called Town Burner.
Oh my!
I'm going to stay here a little while longer to check the drainage. I need to make sure these vegetables turn out as good as possible for the Phantom Thieves.
Goodbye.
I'm really looking forward to eating 3 or 4
Moonlight carrots?
Yeah, mega carrots. Sounds good, actually. I can kind of taste it.
What?
No, it's like kind of sweet. And this... Oh, I want to eat a carrot so bad! Haru, it's your fault! I'm so easy to influence.
Was school always like this? Don't it feel kind of different than usual?
Well, Akechi has already told the students here that the Phantom Thieves are probably students at this school, which is a really logical conclusion. The Phantom Thieves have gone from being extremely popular here to now hated, despised, and there's a huge reward.
Right?
I mean, what do you think? Probably like 2-3 hours every day on every cable news channel in Japan.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
On the Phantom Thieves and Shujin.
Uh-huh.
Oh, joy. Do you think? I'm getting a weird feeling, too. What do you mean? It's like the people around us seem restless or something.
Pretty unsettling, right?
Something, quote-unquote something, is different. Huh. Is it just me that thinks nothing has changed?
You've got other things to worry about, sweetie. That's why you haven't noticed.
Nothing seems unusual on my end. At Kosei, a different school, where the Phantom Thieves are not alleged to be students. What about you, Makoto?
Someone asked for me? Everything's normal over here.
We most certainly did not ask for you. See, when I said this about Kosei, I was making a kind of sarcastic and rude joke. You're just being obnoxious. Is Makoto sick today?
Sorry, I only just noticed the chat right now because I'm paying attention to class. I think everyone's just agitated by the Phantom Thieves rumors. Try not to be affected by the people around you. It's important to stay calm in times like these.
Well, Makoto, after 7 months or however long it's been, I'm finally ready to go on that date, and I should not be so fugly or whatever it was.
That max charm at work.
You know, I remember when this event first came up, I was thinking that maybe not to jump to too harsh of a judgment as to Eiko's sort of host club boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, like maybe that was sort of bad, but now after all this, I realized that I do in fact hate him because he called me ugly with a charm of 4. A part of the grand strategy, for goodness sake.
You know,
Actually,
Makoto's mentioned a grand strategy, and so has Haru.
That's like Daisaksen, something like that. There's
Yeah,
nothing...
but they don't normally say stuff like that when we're trying to hang out with them while there's a dungeon available.
I don't... Well, I mean, it's just like a this time thing.
Okay.
I don't... It's coming out really awkward, but I don't think it's actually as awkward as it's... Or I don't think it's actually as awkward as perhaps it appears.
Ah, okay.
I mean, it's like a translation deal.
Alright, alright.
Tsukasa, that was his name. Okay, now she'll approve, so it's time to...
Act like another woman's boyfriend.
Yes, that's basically all Juno is doing right now. we just went on a date with Ohya.
A pretend date.
shall we go?
Because when they're not going up and it's a woman and you can give them a gift, you get so many freaking points.
Jesus Christ!
Yo, my name's Tsukasa. I heard all about you two from Eiko. So, I heard you're the student council pres, Makoto-chan. I totally wish I could be one of your council members.
I wish you would get a haircut. Can you even see out of that? Yes, I am. Totally.
And Glasses-kun over here is your boyfriend, yeah?
Yeah?
Huh. Looks like he has messy hair.
You shut up!
So you guys don't get along too good, though. It's like your love level's rock bottom. Are you seriously dating? You're shitting me, right? You're totally pulling my leg.
Love comes in many forms.
We're fighting right now? No, I think I have to say this.
Yeah.
Love comes in many forms. For instance, there's you. For some reason, there are people who don't hate you.
Cotton swab head?
Well,
Right. He doesn't really like it when I get all clingy with him.
Oh, I get it. You just don't got any affection compared to us.
Really? Because you seem to be as far away from her as possible. You are literally keeping her at arm's length.
Well, but he's also, like, got his hand all on her. in
Okay, I
public.
guess so. I just don't agree with anything he says.
Hey, babe. Did you do something special today? I don't remember you looking this sexy. People like this? Oh my god, kill me.
Oh, Tsukasa. Dots. Sorry, I have to use the bathroom.
Later, lovebird.
excuse me.
There's something I'd like to ask you. Are you serious about pursuing a relationship with Eiko?
No, I'm super shallow. I mean, I was wondering when our honor student was going to show her true colors. That reminds me, Eiko said you were real pumped about getting to know me. Why's that, huh?
I just wanted to make sure you're good for her. I'm a friend.
Damn, girl! You really care about your friend!
Damn, man, you're really sleazy.
Good stuff. I always say, friends are like super important and shit. Speaking of which, a friend of my GF is totally a friend of mine. How about you tell me your digits?
Huh?
What's wrong? Come on, give me your number. We'll go on a date sometime.
Oh, my number is 555 Nunya. Nunya business. Here, have my number instead.
So, what do you think, Billy? Should I say you and your overly styled, extremely expensive,
I think
highly
you should be back
producted
off.
hair
Yeah.
should get off?
Yeah.
Or, okay, fine. Go away. I will light a match near your hair and watch your body explode. Nobody asked you, Glasses-kun. Anyway, Eiko already gave me yours, Mako-chan. We good.
Oh, thank God. Right? I do have one more question to ask. You're not going to bring Eiko to your club, are you?
What, you suspected me? I wouldn't dream of it. It's a damn shame people think us hosts are just flirts.
As you flirt.
But my love with Eiko is as pure as snow. Don't twist the story.
Huh? Is something wrong?
Oh, I was just getting to know your little friend here, honey. Well, I should get going. I've got to be at work soon.
Ah, me too. Bye! I hope he's not tricking her. But no matter what I might think, I still don't have any proof, and above all, Eiko seems really happy.
How can you tell, though? With her personality?
Eiko always seems happy. I mean, am I just getting in the way of their happiness? No, you're being considerate. He's freaking sleazebag.
Yeah, that's really it, isn't it?
I suppose so. I mean, I really am worried about Eiko here.
I kind of wanted to say maybe you shouldn't, but especially after meeting this guy, I mean, what a thug.
Right? In the end, I know this is just a hunch, but my father always stressed how important it is to trust hunches.
That makes a lot of sense. I definitely want to hear more about your father,
And now
too.
he's already calling her. It seems that host has sent me something already.
Dick pics!
I didn't want to say that. What is this supposed to be saying? It's full of emojis. It's me, Tsukasa, heart emoji. I know we just met, but I couldn't wait to phone emoji. Ew. Oh no, that's you. That was me saying ew.
I've never seen couldn't like that. I would note that the couldn't actually has the apostrophe. Okay? He couldn't be bothered to put the O or the L in the could, but he got the apostrophe in the nt. This is what is wrong with the world today.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be friends with
No. I think that's happy to be friends with you.
You see, I speak using proper grammar and English.
Such as-
Japanese.
Mako-chan.
Clapping emoji, hot springs emoji.
There aren't really people like this, right?
I hope not.
I mean, it's kind of like hunting for Bigfoot. It's a legend, and people will talk about it, but it's not actually real.
That was barely a coherent sentence, but I'll need to get used to that if I'm going to help Eiko. By the way, I'm glad you were here with me. I would have really panicked had I been alone. And leapt over the counter and started punching him in the face.
That may have been a better result, or maybe it wouldn't have been.
I honestly despise how immature I can be sometimes.
No freaking way!
But I'm working through that with your help, so thank you.
Man, you're awesome.
Like, Eiko comes back from the bathroom, Makoto's on the table, like her eyes glowing red and steam coming out of her mouth, just like, "Ugh!"
Yeah, since Billy was mocking for the camera we don't use, he had his hand holding a collar while going with his tongue, like waving back and forth while doing punching motion. That may still have been the better call, though.
We should get going too. I'll let you know if anything else comes up.
I can't wait to see more of Tsukasa.
Me either? And now it's time for everyone's favorite drunkard.
Actually, she's getting a lot more interesting, which is good, but she made a really bad impression at first.
Yeah. Akumura Foods, that was unexpected, huh? And then your principal commits suicide. The public blames the Phantom Thieves for both incidents, but that doesn't add up. Maybe you're rubbing off on me, but I guess a journalist's gotta question everything.
Become more skeptical!
Journalistic integrity!
Verify your facts!
Hey, you have some info to share, right? Need some more info on the Phantom Thieves? So sit your pretty little butt down.
Are you flirting with me?
Well, I am your fake girlfriend. Hey, it's my #1 guy acting like I didn't just have a conversation with you. What kind of news you got for me? I'll smack you if it's not good enough.
Why are you more hammered than usual? Hey, you sure you're okay?
What do you mean? You worried about me, Lala-chan?
Well, I see you drinking all the time, and this time I think it may have gone a little too far.
You're usually kinda...
I mean, I know what you look like drunk, honey. Haven't seen her drink this much in forever.
What? I haven't been drinking at all.
That's what people normally say when they're drinking whiskey, yes. While they're in the physical act of drinking the whiskey, they say, I don't drink.
I'm totally not drunk.
Oh, just don't throw up on the floor.
Probably having trouble at work.
That is a more adult answer, isn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, you're sharp, kid. Truth is, my quota got doubled.
That's because you're not doing anything. You're just hanging out.
Oh, that means I don't have to do anything. 0 times 2 is 0. It's gonna take like 4 times as much work to get that much done, though. They're shackling me down so I won't have time for anything else.
That's really interesting. They want to keep her around, but they...
Apparently she has some talent. I mean...
No, she's presumably pretty good. They just are trying to... Now, the question is if the reason that they're doing this is because... Because, I mean, it's like... If the Cabal is actively trying to do this to her instead of get rid of her. And I'm pretty sure that I actually expressed a coherent thought, but it took like
Have you been drinking?
It took like 8 times longer than normal to get anything out, and about 50 times the words, so I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead.
My chief's such a shithead.
He found out, didn't he?
Not real sure, but that bastard probably knows something's up. Heart emoji.
Now don't you start!
Before this, I was starting to feel like a real journalist again. The rush of investigating Kaio's case, uncovering the dark secrets hidden away by our corrupt society. But now, it's going to be impossible to run my investigation with this quota.
You could always quit.
That's true.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Of course it's not good, but what am I supposed to do? They'll fire me if I can't reach my quota. Hey, Lala-chan, if they fire me, can I live here? That still wouldn't help my investigation, though. The incident's over a year old and the authorities aren't doing shit.
Now, Ichiko-chan, you kind of live here already. Nothing's changing, and I'm still not going to pay you.
So you're saying yes?
Speaking of which, let's discuss the matter of your tab.
So anyway, Jiroku, maybe Kaio really was the true culprit. Trust in her.
Yeah, you need to trust. There's a reason that you're so... Yeah, that. I have lost ability to... Apparently Ohya's whiskey has knocked out my own tongue.
I mean, if I don't, who will?
Watch your temper.
What am I doing? I mean, I'm the one who dragged Kaio into politics. It's my fault this ended up happening to her. You know, she started out in book publishing, mostly taking photos of nature and wild animals. She was a genius behind the camera, though. That's why I thought she'd make the perfect partner for me.
Hey, you can't blame yourself. Kaio-chan was just as set on exposing the evils of society as you were. Isn't that right?
Shit.
But if I didn't get her involved in the first place...
But she still did become your partner and go along with the whole thing.
Yep. Damn it, that incident is all my fault. That's why I've got to get to the bottom of it.
But, you know, not forgetting about the murder of your partner seems like the movie plot or the plot of a TV series.
Yeah. That's the spirit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I understand that that's supposed to be a compliment, but that sounds patronizing.
Yeah.
And that's not what she needs to hear.
Exactly.
Although I kind of want to say it, just based on the way that she generally treats everybody else, but go get it! And stuff.
Hell yeah! You know, it's weird how calm I get when I'm talking to you. It's almost like you actually understand me.
Sorry.
That might be the booze, though. Oh, and I'm sorry for snapping at you earlier. The stress must have gotten to me. It's just, all this quota business is driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to put all my focus on that for now.
You do have to do your job for some reason.
I'll still be counting on you for Phantom Thieves stories, though, as long as you're up for it. I think I'm gonna have to ease off my investigation for a while, too. I don't need any more eyes on me. But I might be able to help ask some of my coworkers for help. Help. Journalists will do anything for a scoop.
Man, what happened to coherence? The answer, bar.
Now then, I'll take any tidbits you have for me today. Hope you don't mind if I get back to drinking, though. This whole conversation really sobered me up.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Superhuman liver.
Okay, so that's probably something of a turning point, I guess.
Yeah. I've been a teacher for 20 years now, but this has been the craziest year of my career.
I believe it, sir.
There were those incidents in April, then the Phantom Thieves and the principal.
It has been insane. Why, no one will basically ever forget this year of school, ever.
Yes, as you young folk might say, this situation is indeed quite whack.
Quite whack, sir.
Dog.
Quite whack indeed, dog. Yes.
Perhaps you're wondering why I used such hip terminology,
No.
Now then, Nakamura-kun.
I don't want to know the answer.
The word whack was also used in a coded language from history. What was that language?
The origin of the word whack, huh? Ah, yes! Cockney rhyming slang!
I don't even... Polari, what?
Okay, I have no idea what that is. That's obviously a joke. Cockney rhyming slang, as I understand it, is nearly completely incomprehensible and is extremely complex, and I know very little about it. You end up substituting words for other words.
You know, now that you describe it, I think I may have heard of that myself as well.
Right, surely it's not that. However, thieves can't. You know
that
why?
That makes perfect because it's Phantom Thieves. So many others of these questions have been about thieves.
Right.
So we're hoping it's this one.
I will never forget about Thieves Can't, because when I read Les Mis, it's a really good book, especially if you like classic literature. It's one of the best. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's just like 90 pages about random things like Thieves Can't.
Oh, so you're actually familiar with Thieves Can't?
No, but I did torture through a long chapter about it. I figured it was Thieves Can't.
Correct! If you knew that offhand, then I dare say you must be pretty whack yourself.
Yes, sir. Quite whack. Quite.
I'm going to go kill myself now. I'm joking, of course. Still, you must be quite diligent in your studies.
Whack, sir. Yes, quite. Quite whack.
The thieves of olden days, whack was actually a noun, meaning one's fair share. If you wanted your part of a haul of riches your group stole, you would demand your whack, you see.
So, if I say to you, sir, give me my whack. My whack is mine. I must have my whack. It is wrong to not whack me.
Moving on.
I must be whacked. I must be whacked.
Well, I'm not gonna whack you. If today's youth are freely using Thieves Can't to each other in broad daylight, then truly we live in whack times indeed.
Do you mean fair times? Oh! You have to unpack the meaning of that statement!
Great, now David will be saying this all day.
I feel as though the level of language in this game has increased. It's pretty bad that we haven't all met up at the hideout. Didn't you say you were only going to do this for a few days? It's been a few days. Get the heck to the palace. I'm thinking about it.
Why so impatient, game? Jeez.
Maybe we will get to the palace then.
So this is the location you've been using as a hideout. Can we just get started? The forced investigation will take place on November 20th. That's our deadline this time.
Is there any possibility of that investigation being moved to an earlier date?
I highly doubt it.
How can you be so sure? Didn't they want to catch us as soon as they possibly could?
They may be corrupt, but they are still a bureaucracy. Certain steps must be taken in order to continue forward, and frankly, it may even happen later than what they want, because the wheels of bureaucracy are stuck in cement.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Unless their situation becomes extremely dire, they won't act with only circumstantial evidence. I'm impressed, Detective Man. You sure know a lot about internal affairs.
Yes, he is quite promising.
Yes.
Well, this is purely a give-and-take relationship. You taught me the inner workings of the Phantom Thieves, so it's only fair I return the favor. And I will be sure to contact everyone if the investigation team makes any odd movements.
I still have a really hard time trusting you.
That would be helpful. You and me both. Look at him! He's just in the back, leaning, looking out the window. He's not even really part of the group.
I don't really have anything to do with any of this, so I won't put my nose in it. Something like that. Now that we got the important business of today's fortune reading done, we'll go ahead and just ram through the palace. May as well.
Take care, everyone.
I sound so excited, I know.